Hello, everyone. Not sure if you can hear me. You'll have to pardon the. Wow. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining. This is Flo from Lindy. We are going to give a demo today of Agent Swarms. We announced it yesterday. It went a lot better than expected, frankly. It went super well. Like, we went viral and we were trending all day on Twitter. And so today, what I had in mind is that we are going to live build some agents together and some Lindys together, taking advantage of Agent Swarms. You will have to excuse me for the technical difficulties. It's frankly my first time using OBS, so I'm figuring it all out. What we had in mind for today is we are going to build an agent. We're going to build multiple agents. We're going to build an agent that helps you do competitive analysis. We're going to build an agent that helps you do meeting prep for the day, and we're going to build an agent that helps you do sales outreach. So we're gonna start with, does this work? Why is this like this? Oops. I'm not sure whether my whole screen is visible or just, no, it looks like not my whole screen is visible. Sorry about that. All right, we will get there. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna start by building a recruiter, and we're gonna build it from scratch. It's going to be very raw and very real, meaning like there will be issues and so forth. And that's just what it's going to be. Like, it's how you build agents is like when you train an employee, you don't expect them to get it right perfectly the first shot. So it's the same way when you build an agent. Like, you do go through an iteration loop. Okay, so here is my screen. I'm gonna create a new Lindy. And I'm gonna call her my recruiter Lindy, recruiter. And so I'm gonna start with a trigger here, which a trigger is whatever kicks off this Lindy to tell her that she should start doing some work. And in this case, I just wanna be able to chat with this Lindy. So I'm gonna give her a message received trigger. And the message received here, I'm gonna start with the Lindy sending a greeting message that's like, hi, what can I help you recruit for today? Give me at least a title and a list of current or past companies. We're just gonna start with that. And now we're gonna we have an action that's called People Data Labs. I think it's right here. With a lot of different actions in there. So we call that a tool/app, and we've got a lot of actions for each app. And so this one, People Data Labs, is like a prospecting tool, and the actions let you find people. So I'm going to be like, search, find person, search for people, right here. That's the right one. It's an expensive action. It's like 40 cents per result, but like in the end, if it replaces a recruiter, like a recruiter is like $10,000 a month or whatever. So I'm gonna let the AI figure out the search query here. I'm gonna leave this field in auto mode because I just chatted with this Lindy and I just gave her the information she needed. In the future, you could imagine adding a condition here that's like, if the user gave you the information you need. I mean, I'm not going to do that in the future. I'm going to do it right now because it took me 2 seconds. And if not, then I'm going to make the Lindy send me a message telling me, ask for the user for extra information that you need. And after the reply is received, I'm just going to loop back here. So if the user did not give you the info you need. This is like the magic of these AI agents is like, it's AI all over. So even the condition is AI. I can just like speak to my condition in natural language. And you can see here, there's an LLM behind every one of these nodes, including this condition node. It's like, I use Claude for pretty much everything. I just recommend you starting with Claude all the time. But we support Gemini and O1 and GPT-4o and everything. I just like Cloud. That's what I use. Okay, so it's gonna search for people, and then it's gonna start swarming. So here you click enter a loop, and in items to loop through, you can leave it as auto. I think it's probably gonna work, but I just like prompting it and being like, loop through all the people you found. That's it. And now enter loop. And what's it gonna do? It's gonna send them an email. So I'm gonna do perform action. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna replace that. I'm gonna do a perplexity thing. So it's gonna find a bunch of like designers, for example. This one thing we're hiring for. If you are a designer, or if you know any designer, hit me up, or engineer or whatever. So first, it's gonna do some research about them online. So I'm gonna do a perplexity search, and I'm gonna go like the current candidate you're reaching out to. And now I'm gonna do a Gmail send email. Where is it? Send email. And I've already authenticated my account here. I'm gonna leave the two as auto, and then I'm gonna do subject position at, and in my case, I'm just gonna go straight to like Lindy.ai. And like, so when these parameters here of these actions are purple like this, it means you're prompting an AI to fill up the parameter for you. Again, same principle as before. We support any model. There's like a default model here that's like Claude. And here I'm using these like square brackets, but it's not, these curly brackets, but it's not like a language that we've come up with. It's literally just a prompt. I like putting curly brackets, but like you can pretty much do anything you want here. And now I'm gonna do hi, first name, same note here, like first name, just I'm gonna trust the model to figure it out. Hi, first name, Flo here from Lindy, saw your profile. I mean, I think I have like an outreach email somewhere, but it's like Flo here from Lindy. We've raised 52 million, I'll just dictate, to build the quote Zapier of AI, end quote. We are going well, revenue is growing fast, and we're having a ton of fun building a very fun product. I saw your profile. We are hiring for designers. Would you be interested in a conversation sometime soon? I can have Lindy send some availabilities. Boom. And I'm gonna remove the sent via Lindy signature. And then after the email is sent, I'm actually gonna make it wait. So right here, right here, gonna make it, I think there's like a timer action right here, and set timer. I'm gonna make it wait for, it just takes minutes. So I'm gonna make it wait for like 2 days, which is 24 hours. It's like 80 minutes. And after the wait elapses, I'm gonna make it send a follow-up email. Send reply. Checking in. Let me know if you would like to chat soon. And I'm gonna keep doing that again and again. So after email sent, I'll do it one more, but usually you want to send like, it's shocking the number of reminders you want to send to people. You want to send like 5 or 6 reminders. It's pretty shocking. There is an issue here with the loop. Nope. Yeah, so normally these guys are not supposed to be able to bleed outside the loop, but they are right now. Set timer after wait begins, after wait elapsed. I'm gonna send one last email. And I'm gonna make this one go. I have like an octopus email I really like right here, because it contains, basically the email goes like, let's try, I'm starting to feel like this octopus. I feel like I'm giving all my recruiting secrets right now. And like, this is like the octopus meme. it's a good meme, sir. And like people like they sort of like lower their defenses, like you're showing like, oh, you're not like a rando corporate recruiter or whatever. It's like there's people are like, haha, this is funny. Okay, fine, we can meet. I'm not gonna keep harassing them here, but like after reply received, obviously if they reply, I don't want to keep harassing them, so I'm gonna cancel. I think we have like a cancel all timers action right here. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's pretty much it. Then I'm gonna make it enter an AI agent. So like, these steps got this like circular arrow around it. So it means I'm gonna be able to keep chatting with this AI agent back and forth after it's done. So tell me what you just did. That's it. All right. I'm gonna turn on. Oh, I'm gonna rename this guy. So this is Lindy Recruiter. Gonna turn it on, and now I'm gonna tell her looking for designers. Please find me 10 designers working at, it's a tricky one, Figma. Figma's got good designers in San Francisco. So the user gave it the information you need. It is searching for people. I think, there you go. Now it's gonna start looping. Gonna crack open a can of Coke in the meantime. All right, so it found 5 designers, it looks like. And it's looping through them. So it's searching Perplexity. Motion graphics designer at Lindy.ai. We're hiring a motion. So I mean, fuck, because we're not hiring a motion graphics designer. So in this case, what I should have done is ideally I should have like added a step here. I'll add a step right now. So it's like, show the user the list of candidates that you retrieved and ask him which ones you should actually reach out to. All right, and then the user has told you which accounts to reach out to, which candidates. And here I'm going to change the swarm prompt, not all the people you found, the profiles that the user told you to reach out to. All right. Going to move everything down there. Boom, boom, boom. I just searched for and reached out to 5 designers at Figma in San Francisco. This is great. This is good. For each of these candidates, I send them an introductory email. Would you like me to search for more designers at Figma? This is cool. And right here, we're doing well. I saw your profile. We are hiring for product designer. Would you be interested? I mean, I feel bad because this is a really shitty outreach email that I just drafted, but it actually sent them. Another thing I should have done here is send email here. I should have done ask for confirmation. Yes. Save. And so right here, in one click, you can insert a human in the loop. People ask me all the time, how do I make a human in the loop? That's how you do it. And so if you do that, I'm going to do it right now. Let's say we want to hire for engineers working at, I'm going to do LangChain. I feel bad because Harrison is a friend, but let's just do LangChain. Find me 10 software engineers working at LangChain. Wait, there you go. Okay, I found 5 software engineers currently at LangChain. Here they are: Ben Burns, Jacob Lee, Eric Han, Andrew. Why does it keep looking for 5? Did I screw this up somehow? Oh, limit 5. Well, I'll just prompt AI here, so like I'll like make it auto. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Oh, and I'm gonna make sure in the prompt here, make sure to include the LinkedIn links of the people that you found. All right, I'm gonna go back here. Find me 10 software engineers at LangChain. Sorry, Harrison. It's just business. All right, searching for people. Hell yeah. I think I know a lot of those people. They're all good. Which would you like me to reach out to? Yeah, this is all of them. So we need like a loading indicator here. Like there's just one right there, but there should be one down here. Right here, it is swarming away. Right here, it's getting all these people, it's searching them. And now, because I turned on human in the loop, now this is gonna be my life. We're hiring for software engineer. We're hiring for software engineers. We are hiring for software engineers. Just your profile, and which is obviously very relevant. All right. You will see I'm obsessed with M dashes. I don't know why. It's just it's my favorite punctuation is M dashes. Okay, let's. There was an error here. What's going on? The signature field is missing from the configuration. Expected string received null. Boom, 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 boom. Send email. And it was working before. I'll just give it like an empty string. I just added a space here. We are hiring for software engineer, sir. I think I got it here, right here. All right. God damn it. There you go, it worked. I think I can try again. Nope, I cannot. Well, these two are lost, but I think the ones moving forward are gonna work. Yeah, because I fixed the action after that. All right. Boom, 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 boom. And now I gotta re-click it. All right. That is it, sir. I got my Lindy recruiter. I mean, right here, like this is, I did in like, what, it took me like 10 minutes, including the debugging, like what would have taken me. I mean, reaching out to people don't realize, like finding these people, I would have had to go to LinkedIn Recruiter, which first of all costs like $200 a month. And then I would have had to like find these people, look for their emails, draft the email, like send the cadence. Like this would have taken me 2 or 3 hours at least, and now I can just like in 5 minutes I can. Well, fuck, I'm on a roll now. I'm gonna keep doing it. Find me 10 account executives in San Francisco working at Rippling. I don't want people with enterprise. Okay. Reach out to everyone who doesn't have enterprise in their title, and don't reach out to Julio. No, actually do reach out to Julio. All right. You know, another thing I should do is I should make it check if I've not reached out before. So I'm going to make it search my outbox. Whoa, okay, I'm just going to click straight on Gmail. Search emails. And I'm going to go like query just empty from, I'm just going to type my email, flo@lindy.ai, to the email of the candidate. And here, I mean, a year ago, today, that's it. And now I'm going to add a condition that's like, you have not reached out before to this candidate. And here, I'm going to make it, it's like, if I have reached out, I'm going to make it send me a message. Looks like I have reached out to this candidate before, exclamation mark. And after message sent, I'm gonna make it exit the loop right here. We really need to fix this layout thing here. All right. Oh, go down this path. Where am I? Oh, right here. You have reached out to this candidate before, which you can tell because you found previous emails that I sent to them. So again, that's sort of like the beauty of it is like you can just like you keep adding to your agent. And so we started super small. It was like, hey, telling you what I'm looking for. You look for them, you reach out. And then I was like, okay, you show me the list before you're reaching out. Okay, before reaching out, you check if you reached out before, right? Yeah. Cool. Let me look what it's up to right here. Account executives. It's looking for them. We are hiring for account executives, and your profile is obviously very relevant. We in fact take a lot of inspiration from Rippling's compound startup model. Boom. All right. Yeah, I really need to fix the prompt here. We're also working on systems, so like it just keeps learning. So right here, what I'm doing right now, this human in the loop, we're building a thing, we call it IC or LHF, in context reinforcement learning from human feedback. You might have heard of RLHF. It's like that system that the frontier models use to make their models better. And the IC part is like, basically it means we're not actually touching the model because obviously we don't have access to the weights of Cloud or ChatGPT. But what we can do is that we can edit the prompt, which my mental model of AI models is like, as you change the prompt, you're effectively getting another model. And so if every time you give feedback to an AI like this, you introduce, then you reinsert that feedback in the prompt, little by little, it's just going to get better and better. All right, I just reached out to a couple of more people. I'm gonna stop here with the recruiters because you've got the idea, but this is swarms. Like I just reached out to like 20 people right now in like the span of 20 minutes. I'm gonna now do the same with competitive. Well, no, I'll do the same with meeting prep. So I'm gonna start with a new Lindy. It's funny, I still have a human executive assistant, but look, it is true that she's doing less and less. And I hope she's not freaking out because like we'll always need her, but like more and more she's less and less like my executive assistant, and she's more and more like she does HR tasks for the team. She does a lot of things, but like she basically doesn't really assist me all that much. Like, the main things she did, all of them little by little got replaced by Lindy. She was at first joining my meetings and taking notes. I've got Lindy doing that for me. She was scheduling my meetings. I've got Lindy doing that for me. She was sending me a digest for like my day and like who I'm meeting with and all of that stuff. Like I've got Lindy doing that for me. It's funny, literally yesterday, I told her to stop doing one more thing, which Lindy is also doing for me now, which is when I travel, I'm going to New York next week for like business. And every time I travel somewhere, she pings me a list of people I should hit up. She's like, hey, these are your friends in New York. There's like 10 or 20 people that I like meeting with when I go to New York. Here's the list. You should meet with them. And I was like, oh, don't do it anymore. I've got a Lindy doing that for me. So I've got a Lindy that knows when I'm traveling somewhere because she looks at my inbox and she notices when I receive a flight confirmation email. And when I do, she looks at I have like a personal CRM that's basically a spreadsheet I keep with like the people I know. And she's like, hey, I can show you right now, actually. It's called my CRM manager right here. And this is the thing I created yesterday. It's like, hey, when I receive an email, if it contains flight, if the body or the subject contains flight, if this is indeed a flight confirmation, confirming that the user will fly to some destination, then you get my CRM and then you send me an email, and the prompt here is literally just like send me a list of people from my CRM that I should hit up when I'm in that destination. Do include their emails if you have any. And so you can see right here, I sent myself like a test email. It's like, this is to confirm your flight to New York is booked. And it's like, yep, this is the list of people you should meet up when you go to New York. It's pretty good. Anyway, all right, where was I? I'm gonna build a Lindy that prepares me for my meeting. So like that's another one that she used to do, and since this week she doesn't do it anymore. So this one, there's a lot of ways people like to be prepared for your meetings. The way I like it is that at 8 a.m. it looks at my calendar and it sends me one big email at 8 a.m. Some other people, what they like is they receive the meeting prep right before the meeting. I don't like that because like back to back to backs. Like today I have like 8 hours of meetings or something insane like that, which is not good for the record. I'd like it not to be like that. But anyway, I wake up in the morning, I do I catch up on my Slack, I catch up on my email, and then I receive that email, and I can really like very easily see what's up for today and how to prepare for it. Timer. I think right here, timer on recurring schedule every day at 8 a.m. Right here. And what's it gonna do? It's gonna look at my calendar, Google Calendar. By the way, we are working on like an agent copilot that's going to create these agents for you too. So it's going to get 10x easier pretty soon. Get calendars. No. Get view events. I'm gonna omit this. I'm gonna omit this. I don't care. Leave empty. I'm gonna make this leave empty as well. Oh wait, no, actually, sorry. Today at 12:01 a.m. I'll just type this. What the fuck? Nah. I said 12:01. Today at 11:59 p.m. All right. And now, condition. Oh, sorry, no, loop. And now I'm gonna make it loop through only the events that I have with external people. I don't need to be, sometimes I have like one-on-ones or like stuff like that. I don't really need to be prepped for those. Events I have with external people, i.e. people whose email is not in the lindy.ai domain. All right, that's good. And now for each of those, I am gonna, well, very often there's like multiple people in these events, but I'm just gonna pretend there's just one for now. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do a perplexity search for that person. Oh, you know what, like a Google search, because really all I need is, I just need the LinkedIn link. So Google search. God damn it, so many Google actions. Too many actions, we just have too many integrations, you know? Google, what the fuck? Okay, search Google. Do we have like, I think we have like a web browser action. Web browser, there you go. Search the internet, thank you. Search for this person's LinkedIn by including first name, last name, company name if you have it, followed by the term LinkedIn. All right, that's good. And now, you know what? I'm also gonna make it search my email. So Gmail, search email. So like that way it's gonna know the last few emails I've exchanged with them. So I'm gonna leave this empty. I'm gonna make this the email of the external attendee. I'm gonna make it when it emailed me. Nah, I'm just gonna leave that empty. It doesn't matter. After 2 months ago, like I don't really want to know about emails with this person from like more than 2 months ago. Before today, I think that's, oh, and I'm gonna make it returns the complete body. So that way it's like Lindy can really see the entire email chain. I can go one step further, which like I have another Lindy taking all my meeting notes and keeping them in a meeting notes folder on Google Drive. But for now, I'm gonna keep it simple and I'm just gonna do this. Because once I add this, which I have in my other Lindy, she not only knows the person's LinkedIn, she not only knows the emails I've exchanged with them, she knows the last time we spoke and what we spoke about, which is, it's really good. And that's it. Exit loop. So here in exit loop, you can enter like an output prompt. Which is like the prompt it's using to summarize everything that happened inside the loop. So here I'm just going to be like the LinkedIn link of the person I am meeting with and a bullet point summary in detail of the last emails I have exchanged with them with the context for my meeting with them. which you'll see the way I prompt is like chaos. It's just ramble. And here it's just because I'm also trying to go fast. But frankly, it's not very different from the way I actually prompt. People are always like, prompt engineering. Like, how do you prompt? What are the best practices? That's how I do it. And it works 95% of the time. And when it doesn't work, I just go and I edit it. It's like, I think prompting is not really going to be a thing moving forward. You're just going to talk to your model, just like you talk to a human. All right, where was I? Okay, so now I'm gonna make it send me. I'm just gonna make it send me a message for the sake of this demo. But in real life, I like it to send me an email. I'm like old-fashioned like that. I just leave in my inbox. A markdown table with containing the following columns: start of the meeting, duration of the meeting, details of the meeting, including the LinkedIn link of the person I am meeting with. And before the markdown table at the very top, I want you to include the total duration of all the meetings I have today. All right, I'm not even gonna proofread it. This is probably fine. I'm gonna turn this on and I'm gonna run a test. Invalid type given for 0.email. Attendees, I'm not allowed to do this? Okay, well, I'll just I'm gonna test this again. So open. It can take a while to loop because it's triggering a lot of agents at the same time. There are also probably some optimizations we can make to make it just loop faster. All right, it's looping through 9 meetings I have today with external attendees. Fuck my life. Yeah, so you see this is why it takes a while to loop, and actually here you can't see the whole thing, but like it's actually typing a lot of stuff here. Well, I'm gonna stop demoing here because I actually don't want people to see my meetings today. No, stop it. Let me see. What can I show? Well, you've got the idea. I really don't want people to see my meetings today, but you have got the idea. It's gonna send me a nice table with. Well, I was tweeting about that just yesterday, so you can see that here, right here.
And today we're introducing agent swarms, which
right here. This is the sort of table that I receive every day now, except I receive this by email now. So it contains like the LinkedIn link and the names and all that stuff. I am now going to, I'm going to pause for a minute just to see if there is any question. How do I do that? How do you even know if you have any questions on Slack? Well, I'll let Marvin post me the questions if there's any. All right, I'm gonna go back and create. I'm gonna rename this guy meeting prep Lindy. Another thing I like doing, I'm gonna disable this guy because otherwise I've already got one on the side. I'll actually show you the one I have on the side right here. It's more complex because it actually researches not just every meeting, but every attendee of every meeting. And it looks for the meeting notes. You can see here, it's got this like list drive files action, and like it looks for the meeting notes. And then if it found a Google Doc with the meeting notes for this person, it gets the Google Doc, and then it exits the loop, and it sends me this digest. And these notes are brought together by, where is this, Lindy? Meeting recorder. Why is this not favorited? There you go, meeting recorder Lindy. This is my meeting recorder Lindy. It's pretty beefy because again, like you saw how it goes. Like you just like keep adding to stuff. But at a high level, it's pretty simple. It's like when the meeting begins, you're gonna record the meeting, and then you're gonna send me the summary. Oh no, somewhere in here, send me the summary. But also, you're gonna create a Google Doc. Actually, it's a bit more complex than that because you're gonna first you're gonna look if there is an existing Google Doc for this person, And if so, you're not going to create a Google Doc, you're going to update the Google Doc. So I have these like Google Docs that are like dossiers for my, is dossier an English word as well? It's just they're like this like digest that contain like my entire history of all my conversations with someone. It's really powerful in the end. It's like that one document. And you can see it creates the document here in that meeting notes folder on Google Drive. The other advantage of that is that we've got this search knowledge base action here, which is like it's a RAG thing, like retrieval augmented generation. Basically, the idea is like a RAG just means like you're making your AI lean on an external source of information to answer questions. And so this Lindy here, you can see sometimes she's triggered by a calendar event starting, and she's going to record the meeting and do all the stuff I just talked about. Sometimes, though, I'm going to be the one triggering her by sending her a message. And I'm going to make her tell me, how can I help? And when I send her a message, there's a couple of things I could ask her. Sometimes I ask her, I just give her a meeting transcript, in which case she goes straight to summarization. Sometimes I give her a meeting link directly. Like maybe the meeting is not on my calendar, maybe I'm joining it last minute, and so she just like jumps here. Sometimes I'm asking her a question about the past meeting, and so that's when she does the RAG stuff. And the RAG stuff, it's pretty simple. We've got this like search knowledge base action, and you can back it up by any resource you have. So here you see we support Google Drive and Files and OneDrive and Notion. I made it Google Drive, and I added like that Google Drive folder here. I don't know why it doesn't list it. But yeah, and you can see I've got like 1 million characters in this Google Drive. It's just like, at this point, it's 2 years worth of meeting history. Anyway, that's my meeting prep, Lindy. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna see if there is any question. Can we see a demo of Apify Scrape? Sure. I think I have one handy right here that's called the Influencer Outreacher. I created this one a while ago. This is something we created for a customer who he's got like a jewelry brand. It's actually a pretty famous one. I think some of you may know it. And what he does, he relies a lot on Instagram and TikTok influencers to promote his products. And so he's got like a whole business for like all he does all day. Similar to like the recruiter use case in a way, except instead of recruiting designers, he recruits Instagram and TikTok influencers. And so right here, this Lindy, what it starts doing is like, hey, give me the kind of keywords you'd like to search for like influencers. On what platform? I support TikTok and Instagram. And how many would you like from each platform? So here we've got this concept of conversation starters, which are like canned responses that you can send to Lindy in one click. So again, search Instagram, search TikTok. And right here, there is, this is Apify basically. I just realized there is some private information in here. So I don't want to belabor on it too long, but basically you can go here and TikTok right here, TikTok profile scraper. Like you can just find all of that. And I think we've also got an Apify action now. Apify. It is not here. Well, you can you can just look for like TikTok or Instagram, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna turn on. Yeah. Okay. So this is already turned on. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna be like, I want 30 content creators from TikTok and Instagram, please. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be a good demo. It takes a while. Like that's the downside with Apify is it takes 1 to 3 minutes. It's doing a whole lot of stuff in the background. So don't hold your breath. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I am going to show one last use case, which is sales prospecting. So I'm going to create a new Lindy here. we should remove this emoji. So it picks a random emoji when you create a Lindy, and we've got like a poop emoji that we should just, I don't know why it's here. Sales prospecting or sales outreacher, you know. I've got here a list of unicorn founders. You can just prospect from anywhere you want. We also have Lindys that can help you prospect. The cool thing is that Lindys can also talk to each other. So you could very well have a Lindy that's really good at outreaching, a Lindy that's really good at finding people. And so you could just talk to the second Lindy, it's like, hey, find me people. And then you could have that Lindy talk to the Lindy that's really good at reaching out to these people. And you could even have that inside a swarm. Well, I'll keep it simple for now. I'll just do the outreaching part. So I'm gonna make her chat with this Lindy, message received. Send me the link to a spreadsheet with leads, please. And now perform an action. Google Sheets, and get spreadsheet. And I'm gonna make it, I'm just gonna make it go straight to like the unicorn founders for now. Right here. And cursor doesn't matter, just one. And now I'm gonna make it loop. So items to loop through, oops, all the people you found. All right, and I'm gonna make her. It's the same thing as the recruiter. Everything is sales in the end, honestly. So you search perplexity, and it's like research this person and their company, and suppose I don't know what you sell, but you know, in my case, I sell Lindy, so I'm gonna Gmail it up, Gmail, send email, and it's the same song and dance as before. Like you wait, you cancel the timer, you do all that stuff. And it's like automate your tasks with AI! Exclamation mark. Write an outreach email pitching Lindy.ai, a no-code workflow automation platform. Oh, this is hilarious. Sometimes it translates me in French. I have really why? How could it be that you think I'm French? Write an outreach email pitching Lindy.ai. All right, and I'm gonna definitely ask for confirmation here, and I'm not gonna send these emails because, you know, I give this demo pretty often, and I've sent these emails like 20 times, and I know some of these people, and they're angry at me. Like, stop fucking pitching me a thing. Okay, begin. It is gonna loop. The loop begin is the one thing that can take a while, because like, again, if you look at what it's doing under the hood, this is what it's doing under the hood. It's like writing this like JSON and like passing it to these like sub agents. And yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of information for like a model to send. All right, that's it. Dario from Anthropic. This is pretty good, especially since I gave it like no information about this. Yeah, this is good. Well, no, it's not good. The outreach email is made. Like you've got prompt these models for them to do a good job. Let me go back to my influencer Lindy and see if she's done. It looks like she is. No, she's not. Still loading. Let me reload the page in case that's what's going on. It does take a while. That's the downside of Apify. I think it's a tremendous platform. I think it's amazing, but yeah, it takes a couple of minutes. How do you build a Slack agent that not just triggers a response via Slack message, but actually can contribute to a team discussion with chat history in the context window? Good question. Contributing to a team discussion with chat history, like when Lindy is triggered by a Slack message, and we've actually got a couple of Lindys like that. She receives like a rolling window of the last, I forgot how many, but like the last end messages. And you can actually tell the last how many. Okay, I'll show you. I've got this like summarizer Lindy. I love that Lindy. I use her so much. And you can see it's a pretty simple Lindy. It's like I give her stuff. So there's a condition here that's like, what did I give you? Did I give you a link? Did I give you a YouTube video? Did I just give you a bunch of text? And then if it's a link, you extract it. If it's a video, you transcribe it, and then you summarize it. I don't really have time to like listen to podcasts anymore, and so I just send this to Lindy. Which, by the way, like, not gonna lie, like, it's obviously reading a summary is never as good as like reading the real thing. It's like 50% as good. You know, you're missing out on like half of the insights, but it takes like 95% less time. You know, so like with 5% of the time investment, you get 50% of the insight. It's like pretty good. And sometimes if it's good enough, you know, if the summary is like, oh my God, this is really good, like, then I either have a conversation with Lindy. I'm like, oh, tell me more about this and this and that. Sometimes it's just really good and I just go and read the source material. Okay, where was I? Yes, I trigger this Lindy with, I can use the messenger on the app, or I can email her, or I can message her on Slack. And so I just made her, it's like, hey, anytime you see summarizer Lindy in any message in any Slack channel, you just go ahead, you see like any Slack channel here, and summarize. And so I think this is an example. Nope. I don't think this is one. Yeah, this is one example right here. So you can see I just told her summarize this thread here. And you can see like I was able to say that because it receives the whole history of the conversation. So this is like an internal tool that like you guys don't have access to. Ideally, I shouldn't have to open it, honestly. But here I'm opening it because ideally what we need to do is we need to make it so that you can expand this trigger card here, just like you can expand any action card. And you can see exactly the payload of the trigger. I don't know why you can't. But where is it? I'm going to look at the payload of the trigger, which is right here. So you can see here, this is the payload. Like it received like a lot of history. You can see this is like a product debate that we had internally about like some gnarly product decision we're trying to make. So yeah, it just received all of that stuff and sent this summary on Slack. Checking if there is any other question. I'm gonna see if my influencer Lindy is done. Where is she? Yeah, it looks like she's doing something. 502 bad gateway. Well, that sucks. Yeah, it's the Yeah, well, the good news is, you know, it's always our fault because in the end it's in the product. But 502 does mean it's an issue on Apify's side. So yeah, I mean, you got to keep iterating. I think probably like the query is malformed here or something. I'll just create a new Lindy from scratch with Apify, like the latest actions we got, because this one's a bit old. So message received and perform an action and Instagram profile. I mean, I don't know. Scrape all Instagram profile scraper. I don't use Instagram. I'm very boring like that. Like, who's a good Instagram profile? Instagram. I'm gonna open it. Is he a private account? Who is like a not private account? Explore, I assume, is the way you do that. All right, you, Edward Builds. And now, after results available, you're gonna enter an AI agent. Tell me what you found. Turn on. This is an Instagram scraper. And I'm gonna go ahead and give her, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give this AI agent that skill here because it can be handy because you just saw right now it just errored out. Profile scraper. The beauty of giving it as a skill of an AI agent is like when something goes wrong, the AI agent is gonna try again and try to change and try to debug the issue on its own. All right, let's see how it goes. Is it gonna fail on me again? It just takes a while. No? Oh. Results. Well, it did find a bunch of stuff. Well, the good news, I wonder if this is the model being dumb here, or if this is something else going on. Again, this is a time when like it's good. That's something we're working on, and we receive that feedback all the time. You can see here, when something goes wrong for me, like the first thing I do is I open this internal tool we've got. And I'm sure you understand why we don't expose this tool to users. It's like so ugly, but it's really handy. Like when something goes wrong, you need to be able to tell what happened. So here, for example, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the LLM call, and I'm looking at, hey, is it an issue of like the LLM is not seeing the data, or is it just the LLM being dumb? And here, run details. Okay, so it's actually an issue on our side, it looks like, because you can see here, it looks like, what is going on here? Input, tool use, action result, none, done, end of action results. Results run fetched, run details. Yeah, that's the issue here. It looks like maybe it's an issue with like our Instagram thing, but I can actually see them here, which is good. But apparently the payload is not viewable by the LLM. So, you know, in the meantime, one way I could debug it is, I mean, you could just copy paste it right here and just give it to the LLM. No, let me try something else. Let me try to force it to send it to me by message, chat with this Lindy. Or like, I'm gonna try adding context. I mean, like right now I'm in uncharted territory. I have no idea what I'm doing, but yeah, nope. Results? Let me try that. I don't think this is gonna work. So add context is a way for you to manually manipulate the context window. It's pretty experimental, but oops. I don't think this is going to work. I think the result is just going to say done, because that's what we saw earlier. So it's just an issue with some Apify scrapers. Fuck, it worked. Who would have thought? Oh yeah, it worked. Yeah, add context, just added all this context in here. Verified account, boom, recent popular content. Yeah, that's the beauty and ugliness of AI agents. Is like, look, it's early, you know, and we're definitely working on all these issues. I'm gonna wrap it up soon. You know, I wanna give everyone a sneak peek of stuff that's happening soon. So I mentioned it, like there is like a copilot that's happening, that's coming soon. So it's a way for you, instead of having to mess with this Lindy and build it yourself, like it's we call it the wizard. It's like you're gonna have like it's almost like cursor. You're gonna have like a little agent on the side that like builds agents for you, and then like keeps building them. Again, you saw how like you keep iterating on the agent. So we're gonna we call them like a wrapped agent. You have like one agent outside another agent that keeps managing it and keeps looking at what it's doing and noticing issues and tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it, right? I call it like, the analogy I use is like, imagine if you have like an artisan making a chair versus an artisan making a machine that makes a chair, right? And so like the artisan making the machine just is like very reliable. And sometimes like the artisan can just inspect the chairs and be like, like this chair is fucked up, let me tweak the machine so it never makes this kind of mistake again. That's the vision. That's number one. Number two, let me show you that. I think this is so fucking cool. This is, so computer use is coming, obviously. But computer use with swarms are badass. So this is an actual recording we have. This is a teammate going like, hey, I'm traveling to Colorado from April 25th to 27th. I need to book a flight, find an Airbnb, and get a rental car. So it talks to this Lindy, and she starts swarming. So she creates a swarm with 3 agents. One of them is booking a flight, the other one is finding an Airbnb, the third one is renting a car. And if you click here, you can see these agents swarming and doing all of that work in parallel, like simultaneously. And then when they're done, they report back up to the parent agent. And the parent agent at some point goes like, so you go back up here and it's like, hey, like, okay, these are the flights. This is your car. And, you know, the Airbnb accommodations have been found and are ready for your review. I cannot wait. I'm just so excited by this. And to me, this really speaks to like why I find this fucking platform so cool, is because it's like Lego bricks. Like, we didn't have to do anything for computer use to be compatible with swarming. It's just like we built swarming, we built Lego brick, we built computer use, and they just fit together. And now you can swarm with computer use. It's just so cool. What else is coming? Team accounts are coming. Frankly, it's almost embarrassing we don't have them yet. Like, you should be able to collaborate with your team on Lindy's. And so you're going to be able to invite your team to Lindy's for a small fee. It's like $19 a month per seat. So you're going to be able to invite your team to Lindy and collaborate with Lindy's with them. So we're really turning into like a multiplayer platform like that. What else is coming? Yeah, those are really like the three very big things on the roadmap that I'm super excited about: computer use, the Copilot / Wizard, and team accounts. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone. Really appreciate you taking the time. Please, you know, if you have any feedback or whatever, we have like a very vibrant Lindy community. I assume actually most of you are already in there. But if not, go to lindy.ai/community and join the community. You know, very, very excited for everything we have coming up.